Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the state of, in the county seat in the state of Tennessee. And today and date is early Monday morning, December the 12th, 2016, time 4:05 a.m. And the music in the background is online radio stations. So that's radio.org, Nigeria, Sakilo Afro Radio. And you can listen to the whole African continent. You know, for today's video, uh, I'll continue to keep myself employed right here in the Memphis tri-state area. I'll continue to further my education, Monroe College, online, pursuing my social media, studying business administration and construction market. And right here, right now, still going to school, but it's gonna be final exams and had to get the, had to do all that this weekend. But I'm turning the radio down. And and as you know, it's the cold and flu season, and I had to take some NyQuil myself, so it's kind of reason why I'm a little time kind of behind. Okay, I had to take a little NyQuil myself, try to keep from getting sick, because here it is December, mid to December, and it's the cold and flu season, so I had to take me a little NyQuil. But we're gonna continue to talk about African traditional religion, and African traditional religion is being taught at institutions of higher learning, meaning colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. You can earn a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, studying African traditional religion. And where sub-Saharan Africa, let's look at a map, because now this is a language distribution map. Language distribution map. And it shows you the people that's living on the continent of Africa. It shows you the language that they speak, and it shows you where they live. And it shows you the color that represents the Afro-Asiatic. The yellow color represents the Nilo-Saharan. The dark orange color represents the Niger-Congo A. Light orange color represents the Niger-Congo B. And it shows you sub-Saharan Africa. And this is the other half of the map. It shows you sub-Saharan Africa. And it shows you on the side, the colors represent, the blue color represents the Afro-Asiatic. Yellow color represents the Nilo-Saharan. Dark orange color represents the Niger-Congo A. Light orange color represents the Niger-Congo B, the Bantu. And then green color represents two groups of people. The Kway people, who are pastoralists, and the San people, who are hunter-gatherers. The San people are the hunter-gatherers. Now, on the island of Madagascar, that purple lavender color, it's the Austronesians. The Austronesians are the people that live in Indonesia, who migrated from Indonesia. They settled and colonized the island of Madagascar. They're not the original inhabitants of the island of Madagascar. Now, this is a Niger-Congo language distribution map. Just a small portion at the bottom got cut out when I printed it out the printer. Well, this is the Niger-Congo language. Primary Red Volta Congo, South Volta, Bantu, Bantu beside Bantu, your other East Binu Congo, your West Binu Congo, your Kway, your North Volta Kru, Sanu Volta, your Gur Volta languages, Your Alabama, your Bunyan languages. Your other primary branches, your Cordofan, your Mandi, your Atlantic, and your Dogon. Now this is another Niger Congo language distribution map. It shows you the Atlantic branch, Wolo, Fule, the Mandi, Bambari, Malinka, Madinka, Danyule, shows you Kru, Gur, your Moor language, Kwe, Bali, Akan, Iwa, your Dogon, your Ajoy, Alaman, your Bunjin language, your Baye, Banda, Zandi, your Cordofanian, your non-Bantor, Yaruba, and Igbo, your Bantor, Fang, Tiki, Lingale, Mungo, and Kundu, Congo, Choki, Lube, Luganda, Rwanda, Rundi, Sukume, Kikuyu, your Bantu, Swahili, Makawe, Inyanje, Bimbe, Shone, Tisange, Northern Soto, Zulu, Southern Soto, Kosa, Tiswane, Ndange, Umbundu. There are many other Niger Congo speaking groups of people that are not even listed on this map. Now, when it comes to the Afro-Asiatic, it's an Afro-Asiatic language distribution map. Now we know the Afro-Asiatic, Afro-Asiatic languages, the Berber speaking people are Afro-Asiatic. And most of the Berber spoken large population in Algeria, Morocco, mostly in northern Africa. And the six major varieties of Berber, Tashilhit, Kabyle, Atlas, Tamizite, Rifian, Shawi, and Tuareg. That's a Berber. Then you have your Chadic. The Chadic are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language that is spoken in parts of the Sahel and Nigeria, southern Niger, southern Chad, African Central Republic, northern Cameroon, places like that. West Chadic, two branches: A, the Hasse Rum, Boli, Angus language, and B, the Badi, Waja, Azar language. Then your Central Chadic, B, your Mandare. There are three branches: A, the Bure, Kanwi, Bete, B, the Badume, Musku, and C, Gadar. Then your East Chadic, two branches: A, the Tumac, Nansiri, and Kire, and B, the Dangaliad, Makulu, and Socorro, and Maysay. That's the Chadic language. Then your Cushitic. The Cushitic languages are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family, spoken primarily in the Horn of Africa, Somalia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Ethiopia, and well, the Nile Valley, Sudan, Egypt, and Tanzania, Kenya, some places. And the Cushitic language include the Bay of North Cushitic, Aga, language Central Cushitic, Highland East Cushitic, Sadamic, Lowland East Cushitic, Dale language, and South Cushitic. Your Egyptian is Afro-Asiatic. Now, Egyptian is classified in 6 major chronological divisions: Archaic Egyptian language, Old Egyptian language, Middle Egyptian language, Late Egyptian language, Demotic, and Coptic. The Omotic languages are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family in southwestern Ethiopia. And the Omotic, the North and South Omotic branches, Nomotic and Somotic, are universally recognized. So that's the Omotic. The Semitic language, the Semitic, are a branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family in the Middle East. And Semitic languages are native speakers, and Arabic has the most speakers. Amharic is second, Tigrinya, Hebrew, Aramaic, and Maltese. Arabic, there are 3 main variants: Classical Arabic, Modern Standard Arabic, and Colloquial Dialectical Arabic. Amharic is a Semitic language spoken in Ethiopia. It is the second most spoken Semitic language in the world after Arabic. And as you know, when you scroll down for all these Rastafarians, you know, you famous because they got you down here. The etymology of the word Rastafari comes from the Amharic. Rastafari was the pre-regular title of Haile Selassie I, composed of the Amharic word Ras, literal head, and Ethiopian title equivalent to Duke, and Haile Selassie pre-regular name Tafari. So many Rastafarians learn Amharic as a second language, as they consider it to be a sacred language. And we know that people do things out of ignorance. After Haile Selassie in 1966 visit to Jamaica, he was on vacation. The study circles of Amharic were organized in Jamaica as part of the ongoing exploration of Pan-African identity and culture. Well, if you're going to be a Pan-Africanist and you're going to get you some books and start reading about Pan-Africanists, what you should make sure you remember is that your ancestors were not Amharic. Your ancestors were Niger Congo. And Rastafari is not no faith. Understand? See, people do things out of ignorance. So that's Amharic. Tigrinya. Tigrinya is an Afro-Asiatic language of the Semitic branch. It is mainly spoken in Eritrea and northern Ethiopia and the Horn of Africa. It's Tigrinya. Hebrew. Hebrew is a language native to Israel, spoken by many people, and but Hebrew belongs to the West Semitic branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family. And the Hebrew language is the only living Canaanite language. Excuse me. Now, let me get over. Now, Canaanite are one of the 2 subgroups of the Northwest Semitic language, the other being the Aramaic language. And Canaanite broadly defined the Israelites, Phoenicians, Amorites, Ammonites, Moabites, and Edomites. Canaanite language or dialects can be split into the following: Northern Canaan, Phoenician, and also Punic, South Canaan, Hebrew, Ammonite, Moabite, and Edomite. And then there's other possible Canaanite languages: Ugaritic, Ekronite or Philistine, Semitic, and Amorite. So there's Canaanite and Hebrew. Aramaic is a family language or dialect belonging to the Semitic family. It's part of the Northwest Semitic group, which also includes the Canaanite languages such as Hebrew and Phoenician. Now, Aramaic is broke down into three broad periods: or Old Aramaic, Middle Aramaic, and Modern Aramaic. And Maltese. Maltese is the national language of Malta and the co-official language of the country, alongside English, and it also serves as the official language of the European Union. The only Semitic language so distinguished, Maltese, is descended from Sakulo-Arabic. It's the variety of the Arabic that developed in Sicily and was later introduced to Malta. And that's Maltese. So that's all the Semitic. Now, these are Nilo-Saharan. It's a Nilo-Saharan language distribution. The Nilo-Saharan languages are a proposed family of African languages spoken by 56 some million people, Nilotic people. And some of the major languages of Nilo-Saharan: Luo, Kanuri, and also include Kanimbu, Sanghe, mostly Zarme, Tiso, which is related to the Maasai, Nubian, Lubare, and also include Aringe, Nanda, Marwite languages, Lango, that's a Luo language, Dinka, Acholi, another Luo language, Nua, Maasai, and Gambe, Fur, Tubu, and Tubu, there are two varieties, Daze and Tide. So that's the Nilo-Saharan. We know that there are many people that are referred to as African. Many people, Afro-Asiatic, Nilo-Saharan, Niger Congo, Quay, San, and Austronesians, and we've been continuing to talk about, continue, excuse, to emphasize how important it is that we need to address this serious issue about the gang, like street gangs and drug gangs. And we know that we've been continuing to do research and get as much information as we can. We're gonna continue. There's no need, no need to have any doubt as if we're gonna know that there's gonna be a end. We're gonna just stop doing that. That's not the case. Uh, and then this issue, this which is a very serious problem, the gang and organized crime is being addressed by the United States government and governments around the world. Sometimes when we talk about, let's not forget the United Nations. Let's not forget the United Nations. That's a serious, serious uh, uh, indication that all around the world, there's no government on the planet that is tolerating organized crime and is not tolerating gangs. When you see the United Nations, you have to understand what the gang and organized crime is their doctrine. Their doctrine. See, there's a lot of information that you don't have at your disposal, but the United Nations, governments all around the world, who historically know about the origins of organized crime and gang, and they know what their doctrine is. When you see the United Nations, that's a very clear indication that they are not tolerating organized crime and not tolerating gang. The United Nations, don't forget the United Nations. Whenever you see the United Nations all around the world, all the things that you see the United Nations do all around the world for all the people on the planet, they are telling you they are not tolerating organized crime. They are not tolerating gang. Don't forget the United Nations all around the world. Whatever you do, always remember that the United Nations is showing you that it's wrong. They're telling you, when you see the United Nations do all the things they do for all the people on the planet, that's what they're telling you. That the organized crime and the gang, all this racial hatred and all this trying to use the economy to influence people, like capitalism and socialism and communism, Marxism. When you see people do things that nature, see, this is what the United Nations show you about all the groups of people on the planet. See, don't forget the United Nations. And we're going to continue to talk about, continue to emphasize the seriousness of organized crime and gang. And we know that the United States government does not tolerate, they have not tolerated. And there have been some bills and some laws been passed. The Organized Crime Control Act, and which includes the RICO Act, which the Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organizations Act. And we continue to do research. We refer to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia gangs in the United States. We continue to refer to the United States government, the Department of Justice, organized the Juvenile Justice, and delinquency prevention, and the history of street gangs, in America or United States, and there's a lot of information like we talked about yesterday. It's 25 pages long, 25 pages long, and there's a lot of information to refer to in them 25 pages, like the books we've been referring to in the introduction. There are many books that we're going to refer to, and we're not in no hurry. We don't have to be in no rush, you know, understand? Because everybody not on the same level, so we take our time and we go at our own pace, because everybody not around everybody, and everybody don't live in the same country and speak the same language, and but I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna continue, every weekend, when I can, and we're gonna continue to emphasize the seriousness of organized crime and gang, and the United States Department of Justice, the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative. See, this is what the United States government has always been doing, and they continue to do, is to address this issue of organized crime and gang, and the community-oriented policing services, the Bureau, the Project Safe Neighborhoods. See, this is what the United States government is doing, and the United States Attorney has laws on the book, the Criminal Street Gang Statute 1457, United States Code 521. Uh, we know that there are many government agencies that are addressing organized crime and gang. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, prevent gang membership, the Injury Prevention and Control, the Division of Violence Prevention, and also the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the Office of Justice Program, and the National Institute of Justice, changing course, preventing youth from joining gangs, and the anti-gang strategies is the National Institute of Justice, prevention, intervention, assessment, and suppression, the National Gang Intelligence Center, and also the Department of Justice, the Organized Crime and Gang Section, and also there are other federal, state, and local agencies that are addressing organized crime and gangs here in the United States and around the world. And the National Gang Center, and the National Gang Center also includes the compilation of state laws against gangs. And we continue to emphasize the etymology, which, the definition of words that organized crime and gangs use to influence individuals of all groups, all ages, all genders, all nationalities, that they try to use to influence you, such as, for instance, gang and gangster, mob and mobster, thug, goon, hooligan, ruffian, and there are many other words that they try to use. And also, we don't never leave out hazing, because we know that hazing is a tool that the sororities and the fraternities that they use to initiate individuals into the sorority and fraternity. And, as we know by definition, consent is not an excuse for hazing. And hazing is also a tool that the sorority and fraternities use to influence little girls and little boys, the children, and with the street gang, and also organized crime also use hazing as a measure of membership into the organized crime. And so we know that anti-gang, anti-hazing coincide with one another, and we continue to emphasize not only anti-gang but also anti-hazing. And we don't also gang prevention and overview of research and program, Mr. Howe, and the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, and also a non-profit organization, the National Crime Prevention Council, and the Bureau of Justice Assistance, keeping kids out in games. So we're gonna continue to emphasize that the United States government, as well as governments around the world, the United Nations, are not tolerating organized crime. They are not tolerating gangs. And also we're gonna continue to do our study on 3 books in the introduction of history of street gangs in America and the United States. And those 3 books, the first book, A History of Crime in England, illustrating the changes of the laws and the progress of civilization. The author of that book, Luke Owen Pike. And another book that we're referring to is Hooligan, A History of Respectable Furious. The author of that book, Jeffrey Pearson, and first name spelled Geoffrey. And also another book that we are referring to, Low Life, Lures and Snares of Old New York. The author of that book, first name spelled Luc, last name Sante, Santee. And excuse me. And like I said earlier, uh, I had to take a little NyQuil because I know I was feeling a little sick. So we're gonna come back on my next video, but still, I came back on my video today. That's the reason why I took some NyQuil and some mess, and not to let any sickness get so far gone that by the time you be in the hospital and all that. But because we need to study those 3 books, and like I say, for instance, in the book Hooligan, it talks about in a very interest, the first page of the book, it talks about the difference between English and British. See, a lot of people, see, that's the reason why we're not in no hurry. We're not in no hurry. You don't have to be in no rush. See, a lot of people don't know what are you saying? What are you talking about? English and British. See, you gotta study. You gotta study the book. It's just like Low Life, the book Low Life. Uh, people, uh, there are pictures in the book. There are a lot of pictures in the book, and people interpret, have various interpretations of what they see, and what they read. So that's another point. Then in the other book, History of Crime in England, illustrating the change of the laws and the progress of civilization. When you get to the very beginning of the book, there's something very significant in the very start. When you start reading the book, at the very beginning, there's some significant events at the very beginning that But excuse me. And so I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video, because we're gonna come back on my next video and we're gonna be able to address many of these issues. And again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the county Shelby. It's in the state of Tennessee. Thank all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. And I'm continuing to work on my entertainment music entry. And to my next video, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you the very best. And also, before I end the video, we're gonna make sure we don't forget our reading on African traditional religion. We're gonna continue our reading on West African traditional religion, and Dr. Joseph Obasede Evalelu and Dr. P. Adalumo Pemu. African traditional religion and definition, Dr. E. Beloja Idol. African religions and philosophy, Dr. John S. M. Beatty. And also Concepts of God in Africa, Dr. John S. M. Beatty. Like I said, we're gonna come back on my next video, and we're gonna get on all these things to my next video. Take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you very best.